is Mad. I'm Caz. And this is Football Focus.
That's right.
Now, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be a weekly show. We'll be talking about NFL weekly, certain subjects. Whatever we feel, we're going to have my boy right here. He's so opinionated. We're going to have him do his opinions, and we're going to just rap about it. Like I said, we don't get along too much, but,
right.
You know.
Remember, the focus is football.
That's it.
All the time. There's nothing else. Whatever's going on with football, we on NFL football. Maybe even throwing a little bit of college. We gotta see. All right, let's get started.
All right, now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do season picks. Like we're gonna go through each division, see who you pick, and I'm gonna see who we pick, and then we gonna go through this. This is evidence because we're gonna have little wages every month.
Oh man, yeah.
And you're gonna love those.
Yeah,
we're gonna have wages every month, talking about what certain things we're gonna have to do if the one loses his wages. So this is gonna entail what's gonna happen.
That's right.
So all right, let's start with the AFC. All right, who you got? AFC East.
AFC East. That is the Patriots,
Jets, Dolphins, and Bills.
Man, I'm sorry, Patriots. I mean, they just.
I'm with you.
They're a solid staple.
Then they in the easy schedule, and they have an easy schedule this year. So.
Okay. Well, see, it seems like they always get the easy schedule, but what I mean. But you look at the division. I mean, the Dolphins may make some noise, but. I think that, but honestly, I think the Jets, they probably on their way down, and it seems like Revis Island is running out of land. So yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't really see the Jets doing anything, and then that, like I said, with the joke they got at quarterback. I mean, the starter and the second string is just. You know what? I might go and try out for the Jets.
You might do something.
Second coming to Michael Vick, left-handed.
Yeah, a little thicker.
Yeah.
So Michael Vick.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, Michael Vick. Yeah.
All right. I'm picking the Patriots too. I'm gonna go with the Patriots too. Right. AFC North. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, and the Browns.
Now, see, you got in the NFC North. That's the Bears and all them. Right? They call that the black and blue division.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I call the AFC North the purple and red division because there's always bloody battles, and everybody wants to sit up there and say that the NFC East is the toughest division in football. I disagree with that. I say it's the AFC North because I mean look at the year that Cincinnati had made the playoffs for the first time since 2010. Cleveland is always the victim of it getting better, but Cleveland always seems to be the victim of being in the division with such strong talent. Next year, then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Them boys speaks for themselves. Speaks for, and then you got the Baltimore Ravens. Speaks for themselves. So out of that division, I'm gonna go on a wager and say it's gonna be a tie between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
You know what? I'm not gonna suck out. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers. The only reason why I say that is because the Ravens won the division last year, so they're gonna have a little harder schedule. So the Steelers is gonna be second, so the Steelers might be able to creep up on them.
Right. And they without Terrell Suggs, so
Terrell Suggs,
you might have some. Yeah. I ain't no sucker, man.
I know. But all right, we got the AFC South. That's the Texans, the Colts, the Titans.
Can I pass?
You know what? I don't play. All right, I'm gonna pick the Texans in that. By default. I mean, I'm not from Houston, but I live in Houston. But I have to go with the Texans by
default. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think the Texans they are looking more like a team offensively, or really starting to hit their stride. Defensively, yes, they lost D'Amico Ryans, but I still like that boy Cushion, and I like all the pieces that they have on the defensive side of the ball. They still can get better at the secondary position, though. They still can get better. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans also, just by default. I don't think Tennessee is really gonna do anything this year.
Tennessee will give them a fight like they did last year, but I don't think offensively. I mean, the Texans have the best defense in that division, so they'll be coming up a first base schedule,
which is a nice surprise.
And if Schaub, like last year, if Schaub doesn't get hurt or such and such,
But
we might be talking about a different conversation.
Well, even if he does, though, I mean, they got a solid backup in T.J. Yates.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And yeah,
he probably should learn from last year.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will.
All right, and last but not least, we got the AFC West. You know, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, and some other bum ass team. I can't think of it.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs. Thank you. My bad, bro. My bad.
well, you know what? San Diego. They hit a rough spot last year.
They hit a rough spot every year.
Yeah, that's true.
They one of the most underachieving teams. I looked up a stat, and I told you about this on Facebook. I remember this team having Vincent Jackson, Drew Brees, Michael Turner, Darren Sproles, LT. I can't forget about LT. Phillip Rivers as a backup. They had Lights Out.
Yeah, they had Lights Out.
Got Gates.
Sean Phillips. They had Oshansky, I think it was a
defensive tackle.
And they had another guy named Sean Williams, defensive tackle.
Right,
These guys went 14-2 for what, like 2 straight years or something like that.
Yeah.
And when they get big games on the line,
they shrink.
That was the charge. So, you know, and it seemed like even last year they had such high expectations, and you know they kind of fell flat. Now, I would say the reason why they fell flat. Number one, they don't have a running game, a solid one to be exact. And it seems like with Ryan Matthews being out, maybe for the majority of the season this year, it's going to be the same thing. Right. They do have an addition to Meacham, who I think is going to be okay. He's going to do pretty good. Barn, he can stay healthy. Antonio Gates, same thing. Barn, he can stay healthy.
Right.
But who's going to run the ball?
Well, looking at what they have now, Matthews is out half of the season. So, I mean, looking what they got now, they got Ronnie Brown, which is formerly known as the Wildcat guy.
Ronnie Wildcat Brown.
Yeah. I mean, but if they can stay consistent and Phillip Rivers don't throw a lot of picks, I think they'll be good. I think they should be better. I mean, personally, I'm going with the Chargers in that division. Shockingly, I'm gonna go with them. I think this year, North Turner is, his foot is on the fire. So I think that they're gonna step up. Even though you got Peyton in that too.
Well, see, that's why I say I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I give Peyton Manning his due, even though he's been out of football for a year. I give him his due because of the simple fact that, I mean, it's like riding a bicycle. You just never forget. As long as he's been good. You know what I'm saying, in the league. I mean, he is the quintessential quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I like the talent he had around him. And the funny thing is, the only gripe I have with the Broncos is the fact that if I was John Elway, I would have never traded away Tim Tebow because the guy is a winner.
He is a winner, but they didn't want that circus.
Well, see, it wouldn't have been a circus. I mean, Tim Tebow, he's into religion and Christianity and stuff like that. So, and you know that he wouldn't have brought any more of a circus to Denver. I just think that, in my opinion, you get Peyton Manning, you pay him his money, you keep Tim Tebow, and maybe we take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? But then you take Peyton Manning along with John Elway. If I'm at John Elway, I'm telling Tim Tebow, look, dude, take 2 weeks off. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to even think about football. But when you come back from that 2-week vacation, it's all football all the time, dude. Your season starts. When was the Super Bowl? February 8th, right? Yeah. Right. 5th. Excuse me, 5th. Your football season starts
February 6th.
February 6th. You know what I'm saying? No, after February 6th. So March 1st.
Okay, give him a little more.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your football season starts March 1st. We getting in here. We're gonna teach you everything you need to know. We're gonna take whatever Urban Meyer taught you. We'll take that and kick it out the window. it will do you no good. And that's why I'm kind of like mad at Urban Meyer, because I felt like Urban Meyer should have taught him how to be. Because Urban Meyer did coach Alex Smith, right?
He did, number one pick.
Number one pick. So that's what I would have done. But of course, the comparable John Elway, I have much respect for him. The guy's a winner, and it's your favorite quarterback. So I'm pretty sure that they wanted to go another route with him. So but I'm going with the Broncos.
I'm going with the Chargers. Because, like I said, the Broncos. There's another reason why, just like with the Ravens. The other reason why I'm going with the Chargers, because the Broncos won the division, so they're going
Right.
to be going against New England. They're going to go against
Right.
the Ravens again.
Right.
They're going to go against those tough teams.
Right.
They start the season off. We're going to talk about this later with Pittsburgh.
Right.
You know, then
Right.
they go. They got to
Right.
go. They got to play the NFC South. They got to
Right.
play the Saints.
Right.
You know, they
So
got to play the Carolina.
That's gonna be a bust or
Right.
against the Saints.
Exactly. So that's why, you know, that's why I kind of put that into thinking.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna jump over to the